Good day, welcome. Today we're going to discuss a major Saturday. Um, why? Well, if you want to trade altcoins or cryptocurrencies, you have to know where majors are going. And we have been making some videos regarding this topic, in which we believe that Ethereum could reach $300. If you didn't check out the video, please check it on my page or my channel. But yes, we introduced the Major Saturday video as I wanted to make market reviews during the week, and usually in the weekend not much is happening. So Major Saturday and Altcoin Sunday, in which the majors are discussed on Saturday and some smaller caps on Sunday. And then we have got a new market review on Monday and the live stream. And in the future we are going to progress, in which, yes, I'm going to be there with my face as well. But that's going to happen when the studio is done and when we can do some more professional content. What are we going to discuss today? Well, Major Saturday. Remember, majors are moving when Bitcoin is finding its support. Since Bitcoin has found its support at 8600, we've seen that majors are moving significantly as Ethereum and Cardano are leading the pack. The first period that Bitcoin goes up in a slow pace and grinding, the majors are doing the best, which means if you go back in history, the majors have been doing really well in the first quarter of 2019, which was a period where Bitcoin started to rally upwards in a substantial, organic, calm pace. After a while, the curve on the movements of Bitcoin starts to accelerate, and the moment that this curve starts to accelerate, and when Bitcoin starts to move fast to the upside, the majors are starting to lag behind as the BTC pairs are sold for Bitcoin. Yes, then the USDT pair still goes up, but it's better to just have Bitcoin in that case, as Bitcoin will provide you better ROI. So understanding where you are in the cycle and the waves are crucial if you want to trade these. But right now Bitcoin is just grinding upwards, and we can see that Ethereum is up 20% in a few days. Cardano is doing really well, and some other majors are just looking like they want to continue and get back to the levels of in February, which would just vanish all the losses we've had in March. What are majors? It's like the top 20, top 10 market cap, excluding the stable coins, and then you're fine. Tether is one of these, and there are some other ones that should not be included, but like the top 10, 20 coins are the most important ones. Then you've got the mid caps, you've got the small caps and the gems. But I'm just using the top 20 for this case. Not even sure if one of the coins I'm discussing today is included in this top 20, but that's fine. Can make an exception one time, right? As discussed, the technical side of the majors are showing impressive potentials, increased volume. I've been showing that in the videos, and we'll just see it at the TA. Accumulation is going on, which means that the volume is increased while the price is not moving yet, which is just waiting to release the price. Volume precedes price. Well, we know that as well. Acting above the 100-day and 200-day MA, which has been done through the previous cycle, entire cycle. The market cap of altcoins got back above the 100-day and 200-day MA in 2015 and stayed above it until the peak in January 2018. So it's a crucial moving average you have to watch whether you want to trade these. Alongside with that, for instance, on Ethereum, we see that significant resistance levels are flipped support, which is crucial. And alongside with that, we see that for Ethereum, there's DeFi coming up in Ether 2.0. For Cardano, there's a whole new roadmap released. Other altcoins are also starting to release their roadmaps and upgrades and staking and whatever there's coming. So you see the halving hype is going towards altcoin hype right now. And all these new releases are actually fueling the hype, which is wonderful. And as stated in a few videos before, the sentiment is switching on the crypto markets. So that means that given that the halving has passed and the sentiment is switching and people are getting more bullish about crypto, you will see more projects releasing their stuff. And you have to also understand that it's a new technology which takes time to actually produce their products. So the first projects of 2016, 2017, 2018 are now getting there with their progress. And new coins are also getting there faster as they just have learned from the mistakes from the earlier projects. So we're getting into a very interesting landscape in which we can see that projects are actually producing something. So today we're going to discuss some TA on these majors. We're going to discuss the total altcoin market cap. We're going to discuss Ethereum, Ripple, and Cardano and Ontology, in which the last one is probably not a major as it's outside of the top 20, which is fine. Yeah, it's number 29. Well, okay, whatever. If it goes up a little, it's back in the top 20. Let's see, we can get towards the charts. Total altcoin market cap, I have been discussing it a lot in the previous videos. Flipped the 70 billion level as support. Also the 100-day and 200-day MA are acting below us, which is a bullish signal. We know it from this before, like for example, we know it from this whole spike up. Alongside with that, volume increase, volume precedes price, so this is just accumulation going on. Broke to a small resistance at 82 to 85 billion and currently consolidating before continuation seems likely. As we see, we are still acting below 2018 support level, which is Bitcoin 6K zone, and I still believe that the altcoins have much to get through before we are at the same price levels, which is like Bitcoin is around here, which is almost 3x for the altcoins. So yeah, there's still much potential on them. I've painted this scenario on the altcoins and we're just following it right now. Might see one more dip towards the gray zone over here, which would make a drop of 15% on altcoins, but it seems less likely. Most likely is that we're just consolidating here before we continue. If we check Ethereum, we have been discussing it a lot. We can also see volume increase in the recent period. Heavy market sell-off. I still believe that this is a shakeout. I was expecting to see some more downwards tests before continuation, but the market is just not providing a second chance, which is usually the case. And right now I do not believe we are going to get towards these zones again. At the moment at least. Especially given the strength in the volume and the TA it's giving. 200-day MA flipped support. After that, we have painted this scenario. 195 flipped support. Broke through the resistance. We know that how many times, the more often the resistance gets tested, the weaker it gets as the sellers are getting less and less and less. Ascending triangle structure breakout to the upside. So after that, we've also flipped the green zone. We could still go down there for a renewed retest. But right now in this trend, buying the dip is the game on Ethereum. It's also the game on Bitcoin, but the same on Ethereum. If we get a chance towards the zone here and we hold, that's a buy the dip towards the next target. And then the next wave, until there are clear signals here with a bearish divergence that it's stopping out short term. And then you have to decrease your position and your sizing on the trades. And might even hedge yourself if you want. Hedging means that you're getting a trade in the opposite direction to just cover your potential loss on the markets as you're expecting a short-term reversal on the opposite of your current trades. So yeah, my targets are still 250 and 290 and then after it's through 330, but I'm not expecting it to see in one go. So I'm indeed expecting to see wave occurrences to see on the markets. This is the 2018 level, which should be tested at some point. I'm also still expecting quarter 3 or 4 to be a corrective period. But whether it is from 330 or 400 back to 220, I don't know. We have to see that. So for now, I'm going to see how we're going to react at 250. If I get a buy the dip opportunity, then it's around 250 to 220, which is interesting. Ether BTC. We know that we have been painting the this structure over here, and it's still there. There's also still a potential test through the resistance right now. Would be nice if we flip the level over here and continue to rally and then range for a little while, then we can start breaking out. Losing this to 0.024 area, and I'm going to expect that we're going to test the levels around here back again before we continue. But preferably I want to see continuation to the upside, in which I want to see a higher high, which confirms the uptrend, as we can see that we're constantly making higher lows. Is it an entry right now? No. Not for a long, as I have just discussed. Is it an entry for a short? No, you don't have to be in a position all the time. Shorting in an uptrend is pretty, can be painful. Buying the dip in an uptrend is just a way better strategy, and if you want to short, just use it as a short hedge, or you see a clear reversal coming up, and then you are then it's just going towards USDT, or having some short going on is fine, or just selling your bags to wait for a retracement. It's different plans are there. So right now I'm watching whether we can hold here. If we do, I can see continuation towards the range high. If we can't, I'm going to look for the level around here. Then our best friend Ripple flipped some important levels. As you can see, the grain zone held here, always lagging behind. Ripple has a structure of just being very impulsive. As you can see, it's just a pump and dump. But I can expect some fireworks to occur very soon if we flip the level at 21 cents. If we do, the next target is this area and this area. So then we could see a rally towards 24 cents and 29 cents. Gray zone is crucial. If we lose that, then we're going to test around 16 cents. And then we are also getting a new trend going. As you can see, we are just making higher lows again. If we drop below gray, it's going to be painful. The next coin is Cardano, already back to February levels. The green zone was important to hold. If we lost that, I was expecting to see a test over here. Did not happen. Held, broke through resistance, and towards the next resistance around the high. Also not an entry right now. Might be a short-term short, but only scalp piece wise and only loan sizing. Best entry zone is to buy the dip around 5.5 cents. If we get that entry, I'm assuming that we're going to see a continuation towards 8 and probably even 9 or 10 cents. It's looking quite good, as you can see. And if we break through this level, we make a higher high. So after this, you want to see a higher low, and then we have some very interesting nature habitat to trade in. Volume increase as well, which is wonderful. ADA BTC, similar, broke through, make a new high, higher high. Conclusion, green zone, best entry zone for a potential higher low structure or support resistance flip. You don't want to see it go below here. If it does, you are going to check this level around the gray zone, and that's probably around the 100 day and 200 day MA. Yes, as long as we remain above it, then you can just buy the dip. Buy the dip approach is the best approach. It's check length, for instance. Next main target zone is around here. Then finally Ontology, which is a coin that's also very volatile if it starts to move, and we can see that we're also just trending up, and now we're trying to break through the resistance over here, in which preferably I want to see it hold above this zone. If red holds here, I'm assuming that we're going to see a continuation rally, and then I'm targeting 67 and 72.5 or maybe even 76 cents. The February high is still 2x from here, so there's still much to come. Well, thank you for this video and watching again. If you liked the video, please subscribe, do a thumbs up, reply, check me on Twitter, check the channel for other videos. And I'll be back tomorrow with Altcoin Sunday.